Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 152 of Comic Book Queer's Legacy. Hi, I am your host, Brett, and with me, as always, is EvilJeff. Hi, Evil.
Hi.
Hi, you sound maudlin. Are you maudlin?
Well, we're about to go to hell, so, I want to prepare.
Just like Wolverine did.
I'm all black. And I have a black choker. I dyed my hair black. I even painted my freckles black. I'm wearing black eyeliner and black lipstick. And I just drank a bunch of coffee to make my teeth
goth? Pippi Longstocking? What?
Goth Pippi Longstocking, yes. Yes.
That's what I pictured. Incredible. We have so much show to talk about. We have a boys finale. We have chapters 3 through 5 of Ten of Swords. We have got
other comics.
EvilJeff. We've got other comics I want to tell you about. Other comics I want to talk to you about. But first, cue that music.
What are you gonna hit?
Hot topics. We have one big hot topic. Would you like to talk about it?
Yes, they finally released the animated trailer for the upcoming Invincible series.
Ooh, drawn by Ryan Ottley, every frame.
It looks like it's drawn by Ryan.
It does.
Every frame.
It does.
I'm Invincible is
out.
one of my favorite comics ever. And I know. And it just, here's the only thing, is the father, Omni-Man is, who's the Oscar winner? What's his name?
Jeremy
We are
Firth?
farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons is Omni-Man.
Triple J?
Yes. But the son is the guy from Walking Dead. What's his name? Jason Soon? Is that how you say it?
Stephen Young?
Stephen Young. I was
Really?
so far off. I was so far off, Brett.
Stephen Young is playing Invincible?
Yes. And the mom is Sandra Oh.
Oh. I
So
love
was
this.
like, they're making them Asian. But when I just saw Invincible, it just looked like Invincible. So I was like, should he be made to look more Asian? Or is that racist that I'm like, I want him to look more Asian? Or can they just say he's Asian? Or is it just Asian people playing white people? That's something I find very interesting. I'm very curious of what that is going to be.
Amazing.
Anyway, but you see the characters, you see Monster Girl, you just see all of the characters. It just looks really good. I just pray that they follow the comic very closely because
Who do you pray to?
I pray to the gods of atheism that
Atheism?
that they adhere to it closely, because I feel like if they go off on their own tangent like Runaways did, that I'll just be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Do you hear that, people who put in the work? Do what EvilJeff wants you to do.
Also, it looks like it is, because, it's very, hard R violence. The cartoon has hard R violence.
Hard R?
NC-17 violence.
Triple X?
Triple X violence. Well, Triple X violence, what's that? That's just an erection being ripped off.
Oh, stop!
You ever see Lars von Trier movies?
Oh my god, Antichrist?
Yeah.
I'll never forgive him for that Bjork one. No, that wasn't Lars von Trier, was it?
Yeah,
it was.
yeah. Dancer in the Dark. I have the soundtrack. Love the soundtrack because I love Bjork. The movie is devastating, but I was like, I liked it. Someone bought it for me for my birthday. Here's Dancer in the Dark. I was like, do you think I ever want to watch this depressing thing ever again?
Put makeup on people, Lars von Trier.
Use
artificial lighting. Oh,
Melancholy with Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, I know it. I never saw it.
It opens up with the world ending, so you're just like, okay.
Oh, God.
It opens up with the Earth exploding.
Oh.
So you're just like,
God.
All right, so
Listen,
at least you know what you're getting into.
Since we're on the topic of movies, you know how you and I have very similar taste. We grew up in the same era. We had the same taste.
Yes.
So we have very similar taste in like cult classic films. Like
yes.
we know like the same lines to a lot of movies. Clue, we just landed on before the show, before we hit record. You quoted Jumping Jack Flash, and I knew it was from Jumping Jack Flash.
Okay, are you going to test
So I watched a movie the other night. I showed my husband a movie for the first time the other night that I had forgotten.
I love that.
That I lived on when I was like 12-ish, like 13, like maybe like 11.
Are you going to give me a line of dialogue to see if I can guess it?
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I was going to go right into it, but I'm going to give you a line and see if you can guess it.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right. So, okay, so the opening scene, like the cold open before the credits, ends with the line, "And I fuck on the first date." Does that sound familiar at all?
What?
Okay.
No, what is it?
Okay, and now let me jump to one that, like, if you know this movie, because my theory is you're going to be like, oh my God, I was obsessed with that movie too, but maybe not. Don't you see? It's not Muffy, it's her twin sister Buffy.
Wait, what is this? It sounds so familiar. What is it?
April Fool's Day?
Oh! I've only
movie
seen
from
it.
1986.
I only saw it once. So that's
Okay,
why I'm not
listen.
remembering all the lines.
So it was one of my October spooky season watches. And you absolutely have to watch it before October 31st. Like, you must make it a spooky season watch. Like EvilJeff.
Can I give the spoiler away?
The spoiler
Like
away?
the ending? Can I give the ending away?
Yeah, all right.
Isn't it that nobody's dead, right?
April Fools.
Yeah. So stupid.
But the movie itself is so good. It's so good. It's so funny. And Biff from Back to the Future's in it.
Hot.
Yeah.
I loved when there was those movies with long... Did you ever see, like, what was it, like, Sorority Babes at the Slime Ball Bowl-orama?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, do you remember? I would watch most of those on USA Up All Night.
Up All Night. Oh, my God, yeah.
With Gilbert Gottfried or that porn star woman would host it.
Yeah, a porn star woman. Yeah.
The USA Network. Is that still a thing?
Do you remember Dance Party USA?
Yes.
So, fucking kids from my 8th grade school they were on Dance Party USA.
Oh my God, you probably never heard the end of it.
They were like gods. They were the ones that were on Dance Party USA. Like, we worshipped them. And then I killed them.
All of our younger listeners are like, what the fuck are they talking about?
What are they talking? We don't have younger listeners.
It's called the 80s, people. The 80s. It happened. Deal with it.
Anyway, all right, that's it for Hot Topics. Can we talk about some fucking X-Men? It's 10 of Swords, for fuck's sake.
Hit it.
I want your ass.
So, EvilJeff, we're here to talk about 10 of Swords.
First line.
That's why I wanted to cut you off, because I know you're going to go immediately to X of Swords. Listen, so we have...
That's it. I'm calling it 10 Force then. Then we're reading 10 Force.
10 Force.
Not X Force.
Next thing you know, they're going to call it Weapon 10. Oh, wait. So we have our semblance of heroes, our semblance of champions, excuse me. Each with their own individual quest to get their swords. And we start with Wolverine and Storm.
So Wolverine.
Let's talk about Wolverine, which took place over Wolverine number 6 and X-Force 13, both written by Benjamin Percy.
For some reason, Benjamin Percy, when it gets into like long diatribes of the history of Muramasa, I was like, all right, you're really putting me through it. This is a lot. Like, I don't care. But when it's like new adamantium skin, sexy body.
Oh, can we talk about Solemn?
Then I'm like, I'm 100% here for this.
Can we please talk about Solemn?
Yes, Solemn.
Can I just cut right to it?
One of my new favorite characters.
My new favorite character is Solemn. Hi, Solemn. You're my new favorite. Immediately just given decadent diva queer realness at the bottom of his prison pit with like a feast and a candelabra and a lovely like silk linen.
And why is he in a prison pit? Because he killed War's husband, who was also rumored to be his lover.
Not rumored to be, they were lovers.
They were lovers.
Huh.
He's like, I had enough of your dick. I'm going to kill you. Killed him with his own sword.
Can I throw this out there?
Yeah.
They're the twisted, dark, dysfunctional version of Scott, Logan, and Jean. Thank you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I saw someone else post that online.
But also,
I loved it.
But here, do you remember when we were like, why does it say Miramasa twice? And you, Brett,
there's two. I said
no,
probably.
it was just like carrying over because they had like the same thought. And
I said probably.
You were wrong. I know. But I just want to point out that you were wrong.
Well, good thing there's a recording.
But there are two Muramasa blades.
There are two Muramasa. Muramase, I think, is the plural.
Muramase?
Muramasa?
That's not for Japanese.
Oh, it's Muramasum.
Muramasum?
Is the plural.
This is America. We can say Muramasas.
We...
Dos Muramasas, por favor.
So, at the end, so Logan and Solemn meet, and they're like, we got to get our swords. You want to work together to get our swords. And they do, from the beast, who's a demon of the hand, that they worship in the hand. And Solemn's like, look, I can get us both swords, but before I give you yours, Logan, you're going to have to pay a price. And we don't know what price Logan paid to get his sword from Solemn. But I'm thinking it's butt virginity.
Oh, honey, Logan lost that with Cyclops.
I don't know. I had this thing where Logan was always the top. It's the first time he bottomed. He bottomed for Solemn.
I don't know. It's that thing where you always feel the short guy is supposed to be the bottom.
Yeah, but then...
Which isn't true, because I've had many short guys plow me.
Yeah, we know.
I'm a tall drink of water. How tall are you,
Any demographic. I'm approaching 6'2". I'd say, like, with my big hair, I'm 6'2".
I'm just over 6'2", so we're pretty much the same height. I'd say with my horribly bad posture, carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, I'm probably 6 feet regularly. But if I stood up straight. But I will say, do you know what's great about having a short guy top you?
What?
Napoleon complex.
Yeah, they go crazy.
They have something to prove.
Something to prove.
And they try to prove it on your butt, and it feels great.
Saying. Like, oh my God, it's proved.
Anyway,
it's gone from a theorem to...
That's why I always said, I might have mentioned this before, but my if a guy isn't screwing you hard enough, do you know what I find the best thing to say to them is?
What? Is that all you got?
I thought you were going to fuck me.
Oh! And then that little smile, like that coy smile comes across their face.
And it pisses them off, and then they're like, all right, I'll show you.
I'll show you. Listen, you know who else said that? Logan said that to Krakoa. He's like, I'll show you.
Yeah.
I don't trust you.
And he goes to hell.
And he goes straight to hell.
Do we need to... Luckily, it's like, thank God there's no Dracula, no Omega X, none of that bullshit storyline.
I liked this story. I enjoyed this.
I did too. There were parts where it was like all of the things of how it got to hell. Of like him like going and looking and finding and doing.
Yeah.
I was like...
I was like, I'm pretty good with it being in hell. I don't need an explanation. Okay.
Yeah. It was just like, just get to it. Just fucking get to it. Because once he's in hell and it's them kind of working together to find the blades, because they're like, no, we're going to have... He's like, I want to have this awesome fight with you. So we're on the same side so we can get these knives, these swords, so we can kill each other. I love it. But also, they kill these like people getting married in hell? How do you kill someone in hell? Where do they go?
Yeah, right?
Do they go to
Where
heaven?
do they go? Final death? Oh my God, all this final death. Who knows? Pretty great that Logan saw Mariko. Hello. Iconic.
I didn't know she's like all fighty now.
She's all fighty. I'm a mafia person.
Yeah.
So that's wild. We get more data pages about the other kingdoms in Otherworld, including the Crooked Market, the Regent, Mad Jim Jaspers. That sounds fun.
That one sounds fun. And then we have the Fury, which is all like weapons.
Oh
all taking place on top of a living sun or something.
Jesus. That sounds hot.
Yeah.
My God. I will say this, though. The dipshit that draws these books, Viktor Bogdanovic, proved himself to be a real dickhead on Twitter. He drew Pestilence like a man, not a woman. Like, he drew Pestilence to be a man. And Pestilence was a woman in...
How did no one catch that?
Creation, right?
Yeah.
I'm outraged. I give up on this book.
What? But what? How was he a dick about it? What did he say?
Oh no, he said dicky about other stuff.
Oh, just in general, he's kind of like
like I think like it started with hey, women who have been assaulted, get tougher.
God. What did he say? Oh, is that just? I was like, anything that starts with that, you're like, it can't be good.
Right.
Okay, so he's entering Proud Boy territory.
Yeah.
Well, let's get rid of him.
Let's get rid of him. But let's embrace Matteo Lally.
Are you talking about Marauders?
I was.
Oh, before that, I just wanted... Wait, but does Marauders talk about the last kingdom?
Help.
Mercator?
Yeah.
That's
well, they talk about... They do. Marauders talks about Mercator and about Savala.
Let's segue into that.
Yeah. Do it.
I think this is... Because you were mentioning, I think it's led by someone who took it over, but they don't know who it is.
Yeah, come on. It's Mercator.
Yeah, and so this guy... So we think it has to be... What was his name? Was his name Mercator or Mr. Mercator? Mr. M. So we all think it's Mr. M.
Hell yeah.
Right?
This was a place of light, and then he took it over, and he just, like, spread darkness all over it, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Apparently. But is this where it's vampires?
No, the vampires is Countess Oebla and Countess Oscura. Sounds like two old vampire lesbians to me, and I can't wait to meet them.
Vampire lesbians. I want them to look
That's
like
so weird because I was going to reference...
And Susan Sarandon.
Hell yeah. Oh, God, she's awful. I was going to reference Vampire Lesbians of Sodom earlier in the show.
But you saying Catherine Deneuve is awful?
No, Susan Sarandon.
Oh. They're both... Catherine Deneuve has said she doesn't believe in the Me Too movement. So she's not that great.
Oh, yeah.
Either.
Oh, fuck
I mean,
both.
I love it. She's an amazing actress. I love Susan Sarandon as an actress.
Oh, please. I can take or leave Indochine.
You need to watch Umbrellas of Cherbourg and Repulsion.
Okay. I get it.
They're two of my favorite movies of all time. Anyway, Susan Sarandon, great actress, didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. So she can go fuck herself.
Clearly. All right,
you
so
think
Marauders.
She's going to vote for Biden?
No, she's a lunatic. She's gonna probably write in Marianne Williams. Sin. Who is it? What's her name?
Yeah, Marianne Williamson. Yeah. All right. Enough about politics. Let's talk about Storm dealing with her own
Enough about politics. Let's talk about Wakanda.
Let's talk about the dealings with Wakanda.
Oh my God, so political.
Yeah, Storm, it's one of those things where Storm's like, used to be queen. Hey, it's me.
Hey, remember me? Used to be queen. Oh, you look so good in that chair.
I sort of need, hey, Angela Bassett. I sort of need that sword, that original sword that T'Challa has.
The sword.
And they're like, you need to wait for him to come back.
I know.
And she's like, well, the world's going to end in a few days, so, like, I kind of need it now.
She's like, I've texted him many times.
Yeah, he blocked me.
He's not responding.
That fucker.
A lot of this is like, I'm not waiting around for T'Challa to decide this is important now.
Because I think in the end she was like, look, here's the deal.
Look.
I'm taking this goddamn sword no matter what.
Look. The title of the story should be called Look.
I'm taking the sword no matter what.
This is the best Storm story I've read in 40 goddamn years.
It's a lot. Especially because Shuri is like onto her. So they have all of this history. And there's just like all of this history and tension. And it's just like, she's like, why are you doing this? I just told you to wait. And she's like, I'm not waiting. Fuck you. Like, it's just so full of tension. I love it.
She's like, but here's all the reasons you need to wait. She's like, and here's the reason I can't.
So I'm not.
What are we going to do? But their conversation over dinner is just so elegant and wonderful. This is the first issue of Marauders written by Vita Ayala.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. And it's also the best Storm issue I've read.
Are they taking that over?
They are.
Oh.
Yes.
Permanently? Like Duggan's no longer good?
I don't know if they're writing it for the rest of Ten of Swords or if Duggan's coming back. I don't know.
Interesting. Fascinating. I still have to hold off to see how they do Emma. Because if you can't do Emma, then you're dead to me. Okay. That's how I base every X-Men writer. That's how I base every X-Men writer, actually. It's kind of like I always base in Chicago, in LA, where I live. Forgot where I lived. I base every single taco truck on how their al pastor is. If they have good al pastor
on how well they know Emma.
And yeah, same thing with X-Men.
I'll take an al pastor fish taco. And what's Emma Frost's middle name?
If you can handle Emma, then you got my vote of confidence.
Okay, and so that's why we know that Brian Michael Bendis is a horrible comic book writer.
He did great Emma on House of M. He did a good Emma.
Damn, you're right.
Oh, I'm Magneto? Oh, I'm gonna kill him.
I loved it.
That was some good ass shit. Yeah.
God, I loved it. She said, "Are you shitting me, Logan?"
Yeah, that's right. Are you shitting me?
Are you shitting me,
oh,
Logan?
We're gonna kill him. Oh, we're gonna kill him.
That I've never felt more alive. And then afterwards, that's when Logan goes, "This is Emma Frost, the leader of the X-Men." Okay, I digress.
Back to Storm.
Anyway, this issue.
She's like fucking Indiana Jones with a fake sword to like put in its place.
I know. She Indiana Jones it. First of all, she's like, fuck this. I'm putting my black outfit on. And that's when you know, you're like, oh, some thieving about to happen.
She's like, bitch, I used to be a pickpocket.
That's what I love. That it's like when she has to sneak in and steal a thing, I'm like, this is so fucking good.
Yeah. Storm as Catwoman.
Ugh. Storm, like, we haven't had some good Storm thief in I don't know how long.
Since she was a kid with Gambit.
Oh my God.
And then Shuri's like, bitch, I knew what you were going to do.
She's like,
so
bitch,
then they
you're my
gotta have
sister.
a fucking fight. Yeah.
And Storm's like zzzt.
Yeah. She's like, did you not remember that I'm fucking Omega level?
And
bitch?
then she's like, oh, at least I didn't run into my bullshit ex-husband. Oh, hi, T'Challa. Oh. Yeah. And he's like, take it and go. Now blow up the door behind her. And I'm like, that was extreme. It's just a sword.
But here's the thing. T'Challa is mad that she didn't wait for him.
Right?
A typical man.
She said, I have been a protector longer than I have been a wife.
Yeah.
Thank you. And my sword, I didn't realize it was this stubby. I think I've made a mistake.
Well, but that's the thing
Skybreaker is very stubby.
The Skybreaker, what it does is it literally just amplifies your lightning powers. So it literally just amplifies her lightning powers to the nth degree. So she's going to be going up against, isn't she going up against the unbeatable or the unwinnable, was it?
We speculated that,
unlosable?
The unbeatable?
The unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
Kimmy the Unbreakable? No, I think Betsy is going to go up against Iska.
Oh, right. Oh, shit. Are they going to kill Betsy so it'll just be Psylocke and then White Betsy's dead?
Listen.
Is White Betsy going to die?
Listen, I just had a flash of what's going to happen. Okay, are you ready for this? Here's my prediction. Betsy dies.
Okay.
And we are very sad. That is all. No, listen. This theory just entered my head, EvilJeff. You are going to be like, I'm right. Are you there?
Yes, I'm waiting.
EvilJeff, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear
I'm just
me?
kidding. I can. Yes, I'm just...
Don't do that to me.
Okay. Come on. All right, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, we took so long. That was the longest one before we got to the come on.
Okay, listen. Betsy's going to die. They're going to resurrect her as the infinite... the combination of the infinite selves, the infinite Betsy's, right?
Yeah.
That's what we've established?
Okay.
Remember how I said there's going to be some Saturnine shit?
Is she going to be the new Saturn?
Saturnine fragments them, and that's the new Captain Britain Corps.
Oh my God. And so then the original one is back. That's brilliant, Brett.
Isn't that brilliant?
Oh my God, your cat loves it. Like, God damn it. If you listen, Hickman, listen to our podcast, because that is brilliant. If you don't do that, then we are better writers than you.
That's what's gonna happen.
Woo! Oh my God, that's perfect.
That's
perfect.
That'd be good.
Anyway, I'm excited. What are the ones coming out next week?
I'm gonna die. It's Hellions number 5.
Who is that going to be going into?
Ooh.
Because these are all about people getting their swords. Who is it going to be?
It's also New Mutants 13 and
Doug.
Cable 5.
That'll be about Tug. And then Cable will be about Cable. But Hellions.
Yeah, but Hellions.
What is Hellions going to be about? Gorgon?
Nanny?
Nanny. Can you do Nanny like getting her sword?
Oh, it's heavy.
But we didn't read just X-Men comics. We read some other things as well. So I think it's time for us to get a comic. Don't you agree, Brett?
I sure do, EvilJeff.
Hit it! You gotta get a comic if you wanna get ahead. What else did you read, Brett?
Oh, I read your favorite comic book writer, Leah Thompson's... Just kidding. Kelly Thompson's Black Widow numbers 1 and 2.
Oh, I was going to read number 2. I did not get around to it. How is number 2? Do they explain? Does she remember? Does she have amnesia? What's going on with her?
They don't explain it yet, but they just go more into like her life. Like she's got a kid.
What?
And a man. Yeah.
Is the kid a redhead?
So, yeah, the kid looks exactly like her.
What the fuck? How much time has passed?
That's the thing. It's only been a few months, but the kid is like a year old.
What the fuck?
So, mystery, intrigue. Number 2 opens with Hawkeye and Winter Soldier spying on her in her suburban home.
Right.
Hawkeye sees her go into her garage and with the kid and just walks in and is like in his motorcycle jacket. He's like, oh, hey, I noticed your motorcycle. How's it going? And just strikes up conversation with her. And she has no idea who he is. Or at least if she does not give any indication.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so she's straight up amnesia. They go into like some of the mysterious clients of arcades. There's 4 people on screens in silhouette. I'm thinking these are Russian Russian superhumans. Some of their silhouettes tell me that they're like classic Russian Marvel characters,
right?
Like Darkstar and shit.
Okay, isn't Darkstar dead?
I don't think so. No one's dead anymore.
What is she gonna do when she finds out Iceman? Didn't she go out with Iceman?
Oh, I think she was like, "Oh, I know you like me," and no,
because she knew he was gay, and that's against the law.
That's right. That's right. So Black, the classic like Michael Bourne, Jason Bourne hero with amnesia, like, oh, how do I know how to fight?
Oh, that
kind of shit happens,
right?
Yeah, and
or what's the Gina Davis one that's like that? Long Kiss Goodnight.
The Long Kiss Goodnight. And she's definitely like Black Widow has definitely been programmed. Because something happens at the end that just she does something and just like kind of comes to after she's done doing it, and it's like, wait, did I just? Yeah, so she's definitely been like Winter Soldiered a little bit.
Well, but
it's great. Yeah, it's great.
Sorry about it, Natasha.
Sorry about it.
What else did you read?
But a lot of mystery. EvilJeff, there are 2 books that I want to recommend to you. Well, I think one you would like more than the other, but they're both pretty interesting. May I?
Yes, please do, Brett. Enlighten me.
I will. The first one is a Boom Studios book by none other than... Yeah, I love it. Al Ewing. Al Ewing wrote... he writes The Immortal Hulk, which is very good.
He wrote you don't really talk about it on here.
I stopped reading it, but it's good. It's good. It's just like I'm not into the Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
it's really good. It's really cool stuff. And I think he wrote, the plant Katati thing. Empire. He's good. So it's a Boom Studios book called "We Only Find Them When They're Dead."
Oh, I saw a cover for that. That sounds very similar to Something's Killing the Children.
Exactly. That's what caught my eye. And it's drawn by Simone Di Meo, and the art is like really cool. It's almost I want to say like Disney-ish. Really good, but it's about a salvage crew in space. It's a 4-person crew. That their job is the they that is being referred to in the title. Or the them, we only see them when they're dead, are gods. So it's in the world of space, and when a god dies, all these crews come in and basically salvage pieces of the god for sale.
That sounds cool.
They harvest the organic matter of the gods. And you find out pretty early on that the captain of this crew's goal, what he wants, is to see a live god. And so he's willing, and there's a lot of backstory.
So it's Moby Dick in space.
It's Moby Dick in space with a live god. Absolutely correct.
That sounds fun.
But it's fun. The other book is an Image Comics book, if you believe it.
What?
I swear to God. This one is written by the guy who writes Something is Killing the Children, James Tynion IV. And it's called The Department of Truth.
Okay.
And it's about like a journalist reporter guy who's kind of a conspiracy theorist, or at least a debunker of conspiracy theories, is kidnapped by this mysterious woman in a suit, and he is taken to her boss in a suit. And it's after this guy stumbled into this kind of secret society of evil men and other weirdos who are a flat earth society. And they take him on a plane and they show him that the earth is flat. And evidently they're behind other conspiracies. Long story short, the Department of Truth kind of swoops this guy up and is like, wow, we've learned that you have seen the Earth is flat, and like, you've seen the moon landing as a hoax. You watched a video that showed a camera crew at the moon landing. So we want to talk to you about those things. So long story short, what you saw is not real. They are not hoaxes. They really happened. All that. And so they're just trying to like interrogate this guy through the whole book. The Department of Truth is interrogating this guy about what he saw with these like weird conspiracy theorist secret society people. A lot of weird shit happens. Like, it's the guy that wrote Something's Killing Children. So I mean, like, it's very weird and demonic and supernatural.
Wait, so in this world, the Earth is flat?
No, it was mind tricks.
Oh,
okay. The Earth is not flat. Yeah, but that's like, it's like goes into like, that's how good these conspiracy theorists are. Like, here it is. If enough people believe in a thing, reality reforms around that belief.
Oh.
So the Department of Truth, their job is to not let crazy conspiracy theories overtake reality. And they're like a Men in Black kind of society.
And but then according to that means then the Earth really was flat before Columbus discovered it.
What?
Because everyone believed that.
Yes. No, I mean, maybe, yes. That's a great point. Yes. Maybe, I don't know. I think you found a loophole in the whole book.
Garbage.
But can I spoil the last page?
Yeah, sure.
The last page, the chief is like, so you're going to work for us now, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist Reporter guy. And he was like, well, who the hell are you? And the chief goes, my name is Lee Harvey Oswald. Welcome to the Department of Truth.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, shit!
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the point I want to make about both books. Our main hero, the ship's captain, and the guy recruited into the Department of Truth.
Yes.
Are both gay men.
What? Oh, well, I have
there
to
it
read
is.
these, I guess.
There it is. That's my bomb.
I have to read it.
Both gay men.
You know me. You know me.
They show the ship captain in bed.
If there's a cocksucker, I'm there.
Well, these books are rife with them.
Is there any cocksucking in the actual book?
No, but
there will be.
There is a lot out there in the world.
All right.
Of comic books.
Sisters are doing it for themselves.
Did you read any more comics, or can we talk about
No, I read more
television?
comics.
What'd you read?
I've been reading a thing called Money Shot.
Ooh, right in my eye.
It's an independent comic. I already forgot the name of the studio that makes it because I think it's not Boom, it's not Image, it's
Amazing.
not Dark Horse, it's something else.
A thankless job publishing.
And Money Shot, it's the world where, yes, aliens were discovered. They came to us and said, hey, join our society in the galaxy. And then they found out Earth is so gross, they actually closed it off. And so these scientists, the only way they can get money to explore is to film porn of them fucking the aliens. So the scientists have to fuck aliens to support their funding. And so a whole arc of them going off on this one planet has ended. And so a new arc started. They're back at Earth. They're looking for more funding. And it goes back in time and it shows you why Earth left. And there is the president of the United States is basically Donald Trump if he was hot.
Ugh.
It's basically Donald Trump.
He's not hot.
It's Donald Trump, but in a buff, 35-year-old hot body. And he basically is such a douche. When the aliens land, he threatens to nuke them if they don't only make a plan with him and not share it with China and Russia. And they're just like, oh, you guys are all awful. We're leaving.
Ugh.
And then she electrocutes his testicles, the alien person that they're negotiating with on live television. And so he's very humiliated about his testicles. So he decides to shut down the whole porn program. But then their ace in the hole is they're like, don't you want to get back at them? And they convince him to join them. So the only way they can get funding is the president wants to go and fuck the girl that electrocuted him in the balls. He wants to fuck her. on live television. And so that's how they get their funding. So the new thing is them basically stuck with the president on their missions.
Oh my God.
And it's kind of amazing because he's the worst. So it's just like having worst person. And basically the first one is the first mission they're on, a guy is like, okay, we want to fuck this guy. And he's like, oh, I didn't say I would do that. And he's like, you got to do it. You got to get fucked by this guy.
And then it's a whole book of him.
There's some twists and turns of his sexuality that kind of turn around. All I'm saying is you need to read this book, Brett. It's so much fun.
I was at the comic book shop. I was at Midtown Comics, and I was like, do you have like a trade of Money Shot? And he's like, no, that's sold out. I was like, damn, you didn't have to say it like that. Also good.
He's like, catch up, bitch. Everyone wants it. It's really
fucking good.
It's really fucking good. That's all I got. Money Shot.
All right.
Read it. You'll blow your load.
Before I do that, I want to watch something with someone.
Ooh, hit it.
Someone who'll watch superhero sci-fi stuff with me.
There's one thing that we have to talk about that we watched.
One thing?
The Boys is over. Too soon.
The Boys ended. Too soon. Oh, so sad.
You need to have at least 10 episodes. What was that bullshit?
And in fact, I will say that the ending felt rushed.
I feel like, do you think the pandemic caused that they had to rush it?
Maybe, yeah.
It might have been rushed, but I was thoroughly happy. I loved it. I can't really
I loved it. Everything that I wanted to happen happened and more.
The only thing, but it's what you said there, I saw everything happening from a mile away.
Yeah.
There's only one twist I did not get, and that is the blow your brains up person.
That was amazing!
I did not guess that.
That blew me away. That blew my mind, pardon the pun. But that was... So they reveal who the mysterious person who had been blowing people's heads up through the whole season was, and it literally was the last person you'd expect.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Incredible.
Because it's... What's her name? Are we not telling? Are we doing spoilers for this?
Oh, no. Everyone's watched it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name, though? Congresswoman?
It's the Congresswoman who's actually against Vought, trying to bring Vought down.
Yeah, the one trying to bring Vought down.
She can blow everyone's brains out.
Yeah.
Which also I find it very interesting of like why she chose to blow. Because I think because I always found it confusing of why did this person blow up the cop, like the FBI agent's brains and not their brains. And that makes sense because she's like, she doesn't want it to get out, but she wants those guys to still keep doing their shit.
Yeah. Because they're working, they're trying to take down Vought too.
Yeah, because they're trying to take down Vought, but she's like, I can't have this become public. So this cop lady has to go. Boom, boom, boom. Blow your brains out.
Yeah. Yes.
And then it's funny because the one thing I think we talked about is we thought ER guy from the Scientology world,
the head of the Church of the Collective,
that he was the blow up thing. And I think the boys thought everyone thought that.
Yep.
Because it was revealed by his opening a fresca and having his head explode.
Yep. The one who we thought, like, as soon as his head blew up, I was like, wait, but I was so sure it was him. And they were like, yeah, we know.
And here's the interesting thing is right before that, A-Train is on is back on the 7 and the Deep gets sidelined. And it looks like he was about to be like, sorry, Deep, you're out. But his head blows up before that happens. So I'm wondering...
Does the Deep think he's still in?
Well, it's like, I'm just going to be interested of like, when we come back to the next season, will the Deep still be in Deep with the fake Scientology people? What are they called?
The Church of the Collective.
The Church of the Collective. I wonder if he'll still be in it. Because right now, he's had... This is one thing, like, if you've ever been... if you want to just see a guy who treated women horribly, just be shit on constantly over and over again, watch the show.
Ugh.
I kind of want to feel sorry for him, and then I remember, like, no, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Because so many horrible things keep happening to him.
I think he's going to wind up taking over the church. That was my prediction. I was watching.
I think
he's going to become the leader.
I think that would be amazing. Because he'd be the worst leader possible. I think it would be kind of amazing.
Yeah. But him in charge of a cult? Oh. What antics would the Deep get into if he was in charge of a cult?
But now we get back to the original boys. The Frenchie apparently can learn sign language within a few days. Very impressive.
Well, and when the first gesture she makes to Frenchie, I think in the penultimate episode, like she teaches him the word gun.
Yeah. Which
was basically her doing like a pantomime improv gun. And I was like, okay, so this language feels easy. I feel like Frenchie's gonna pick it up.
Well, no, but then they were doing literal actual sign language. I know some sign language. I did Children of Lesser God in high school. Just letting you know.
Okay, Marley Matlin.
I did. I played Marley Matlin.
Okay.
Well, I played all the parts.
I know. I actually played the Lolita Davidovich role in 8th grade. Is she even in that? I don't think she is, but I said it confidently enough to make people believe that she is.
What happened to Lolita Davidovich?
Oh, she aged like all actresses from that decade.
Is she even alive?
They were all some mystery.
I haven't heard that name in
I'm
so
sure
long.
she is.
All right. Anyway,
I would love to put her in something.
Fuck Lolita Davidovich. Anyway, back to the boys.
Fuck Victor Bogdanovich. Back to the boys.
But then A-Train finally catches on that Stormfront is a Nazi and hates him because he's black. So he's like, oh, I'm never going to get on the 7 if she's still there. So he releases to the boys that she's a Nazi, and it becomes
My Dinner with Hitler
knowledge.
Pictures of her with Hitler.
Yeah, pictures of her with Hitler. So she fucking
and the rest
freaks
of them.
out. Meanwhile, Homelander is actually starting to like get a heart, realizing that he loves his son. But it's too little too late. At first I was like, oh, Homelander does love his son. But then fucking Stormfront starts being like, the other races are trying to kill the white people. And I was like,
oh my God, I'm like projecting
and then
much.
Homelander was like, And I'm like, no.
Uh-huh.
No.
Fuck Homelander. He's the fucking... Ugh.
I wonder what the Proud Boys think of this show. Because it's so violent that they want to like it, but it basically just makes them out to be...
liberal media.
Such douchebags. But that's the fun thing. It's like, you don't get any fun shows, Proud Boys. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's part of why all those people are so angry, because they've been left out of culture.
Yeah. Well, I hate to tell you. Guess what? You want to know why Hollywood is on the left? Because Hollywood deals with good and evil. And I hate to break it to you, but Nazis are evil. Sorry.
Yeah, and also Hollywood are creative people, and you're simple.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so Stormfront, they're trying to take down Stormfront. The wife is in on it. They're trying to get the kid back. They succeed in kidnapping the kid. And that's when I knew right then everything that was going to happen.
The kid killing Stormfront, you saw a mile away.
I also knew that I was like, the mom is not going to, as soon as the mom said, I'm going with you, I was like,
she did.
She's going to die.
Honestly, I did not see...
and the kid is going to kill Stormfront.
But I didn't see Butcher having to... When it was like, when you realize, fuck, Butcher has to take care of this fucking kid now, like, I reacted. I was like, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
I never thought Butcher was going to be responsible for that kid, and he sure is. And that's amazing. Because Butcher hates the fucking kid.
Because he hates, and it's not even that he hates the kid, he hates Soups.
He hates Soups, and he hates what the kid represents.
And fucking...
in his personal life.
What's her name? Aisha Cash?
Aya Cash.
Aya Cash. She should be nominated for an Emmy.
She was so good. She's
so good. The battle where Maeve and Starlight and her, it was just like an all girls. And Kimiko, while all the guys just stood back.
Oh my God.
And just this thing where you're like, in this world, all the women are the most powerful. Like, that made me so happy.
When the three of them just started kicking the shit out of Stormfront, I was like, I stood up and screamed.
Yeah,
I was like,
so good. Because they kept talking about girl power. We girls can do it. And it was such bullshit the way they were doing it. And then it was like, no, this is how you fucking do it.
It was so great. And the part with right before that when Kimiko laughed, you heard her speak for the first time and she laughed.
Yeah.
And Stormfront was like, the fuck are you laughing at? And you just knew that Kimiko knew she's surrounded by all these good people, and like it was gonna be okay. Like she didn't need to be afraid because she had all these people around her, and then her and the other two just are wailing on her. It was so satisfying.
And then, so now the kid, his powers are out of control. Like he can't really control them. He clearly is as strong as Homelander because he's strong enough to literally destroy. Now I've heard that she's not dead.
No, they say she's not at the end. Dead. Yeah,
but all of her limbs were cut off and she was burnt to a fritter. So I would say, I don't know how
they're going to like Hannibal Lecter her. They're going to like Hannibal Lecter her next season.
Yeah. But yeah, she's not, he took her out as a threat. And, but then we cut to the future and now it's like what like the Seven, like she's back on the Seven. And it's just, I really don't know what Homelander's endgame is.
Yeah.
Like, because he seems like he's kind of now stuck being with these people that he know betrayed him. But
and he's stewing inside.
Yeah, he can't do anything about it. So I'm curious of, like, is he going to go along with it? Is he ever going to come to the other side? Because he's not really the main bad guy anymore. There's bigger threats.
Right. But he still has the urge to burn it all, like just to destroy everything.
Yes.
He wants to so bad.
Yes. Where else what else was the cliffhangers that we were left with at the end? Oh yeah, and Huey works for Congressman in the end. So he'll be on.
Yeah.
So I can see in the future there's going to be like, and the boys are now going to be working for the government. So they're going to be working for the government, trying to get rid of Crazy Soups. Huey's going to be doing the politics, and then Starlight and Homelander, all of them are going to be in the Seven. So all those, they're going to be in all those different worlds, and then in the big season finale, season 3, they all have to come together and fight. Yay!
Yay!
It'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah. And so next week we'll talk about The Haunting of Bly Mansion.
Or is it The Haunting of Blah Mansion?
Or is it The Haunting of Sublime Mansion?
Join us for the biggest fight you'll ever hear between EvilJeff and Brett. No,
it's not made by Ryan Murphy.
It's not made by Ryan Murphy, so the fight won't be that bad.
Ew, you watch Ratched.
I did not watch Ratched.
I know.
I'm just
trying to start controversy.
I watched one scene and it was garbage.
You should kill yourself.
You should kill yourself.
You should kill yourself. I'm Sarah Paulson. I'm better than this. No.
Okay.
No.
Even you have some taste. I do want to watch Boys in the Band though, and he produced that.
I saw it on Broadway, so. With that cast.
You're not going to watch the movie just to compare?
No, because I met them outside the theater after they did the show. So.
Did you have sex with any of them? I met with the hot guy who's the twin, and he was awful.
Charlie Carver.
He was awful. I told you that story, right?
You told me.
Yeah,
yes.
He was awful. Not a nice person.
Well, he was very good in the play.
Oh, he's super hot and talented. That's why he's awful. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But that's the world of superheroes and comics. And next week we'll get some spook into you. That doesn't sound right.
We'll put a little spook in you. That didn't.
That didn't sound right. We're gonna get a little spooky on you. There you go.
We're gonna get spooky all up in your face.
Get ready to feel that ectoplasm surging inside your butt. Anyway, yeah. Anything else, Brett? Before we
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm completely.
It's just we have a disclaimer. Empty. I have a disclaimer I need to read. There is a warning out right now about comics, and you need to be aware of it. Because if you read comics, then that makes you queer.
Great.
Damn.